Let's turn ourselves into the Mad Hatter. First, we're going to glue down our eyebrows. I'm going to use a washable glue stick, and I already laid down a couple layers. As this dries, it takes quite a while, so I just like to go in with a layer of glue. And then I'm going to use, this is super gluey and sticky, but it works better than it being brand new because it doesn't get stuck. I just make sure that my eyebrows are brushed all the way up, and then I just take my finger along the brow line and pick up the excess glue. And I do this step probably about 5 times because I don't want any of my hair ridges to be seen, so the more glue the better. Once they're completely glued down, you can tell from the side they are completely flat. Also make sure that you let them dry after each use, otherwise you're just going to get a whole bunch of like bulky clumpy stuff on your eyebrows, and that's a no-go. Next, we're going to go grab some concealer to kind of block out the color of the eyebrow. I like to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Concealer, as this is like full coverage. And I just like to go right in and then blend this into my eyebrow. This is not the brush that I usually do, but I'm too lazy to go and grab my brush, so I just like to dab it right in into both of my eyebrows. Then I'm just going to take some powder and I like to dab it right on top. And I basically repeat this process about 3 and 4 times. They're not perfect. This is always my worst eyebrow. I don't really know what happened, but it's okay because I just needed them to be flat so I can color over them again in a different color. And I went ahead and covered my face in foundation, as I'm going to start using eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to leave these and start with my eyeshadow. So I'm going to do one eye purple, the other eye blue. The Mad Hatter usually has like colored contacts, but I don't really like putting contacts in my eyes, so I'm going to use my own green eyes and just use eyeshadow. And on this eye we're going to do blue, and we're basically just going to do completely messy. I am going to start with a lighter blue, but I'm going to give a little bit of a darker blue to give it like a little bit more of in-depth. So I'm going to do it with pink on this side too, but it's going to be pretty messy. And I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to kind of like smudge it out to give the corners a little bit more of a blended yet messy look. Now for the brows, I'm going to go into my beautiful Marin water activated palette, and I'm going to use the orange. And I'm just going to outline it in orange first, and then I'm going to add black for the dimension and for more of the cartoon look. Do you think Alice in Wonderland is nostalgic? If it fits into my childhood nostalgic series? I kind of do think it does fit, because I'm thinking more of the older version of Alice in Wonderland versus the newer movies, but I think it still fits. It fits, okay. I'm trying to just kind of take the black and make my eyebrows a little bushy. And it's just gentle flicks up. Kind of looks like Tony the Tiger, not gonna lie. Okay, now we're getting serious, so it's time to put the hair away. And even though I'm gonna have to shower after this look, I still don't want much hair into the paint or into the glue, because that is very hard to get off. To make it easier, I'm gonna grab a thin paintbrush and I'm gonna outline where I want the colors to be first. Don't worry if it's messy. Now we're just gonna color it all in. And once we have it colored in, we're gonna outline it. Honestly speaking though, the nicest thing about these face paint colors is that so far they don't stain. What I found when it came to oil-based face paint, it stained really bad. Like, I still have some blue that I need to scrub off from my previous makeup look because it's just not coming off. No matter how hard I scrub or what I use, it's not working. Let me tell you though that this makeup series is unbelievably the most fun I have ever had in quite some time. I'm looking up all of these ideas on what I can do, and I'm finding things that I didn't even remember that they existed when I was a kid and I watched them myself. And my kids enjoy it too because they get to watch their mom be crazy, but they also get to watch some really cool nostalgic cartoons, so it's kind of a win-win. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not painting my nose until the very last step because I hate having face paint in my nose. It always starts to run, but it's where I'm gonna leave y'all, so stay tuned to see for the finishing touches. And this is the finished look. Don't mind me, my makeup's already smudging because I already filmed and I completely forgot to finish this part, but I think overall this turned out to be a lot of fun. This is just paper that I painted and drew out, and then I just glued it onto myself. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Stay amazing now. Have a fantastic day. Bye.